Well, here we are, and it's April 21st, the year 2003, and I'm down here with Ron Whitehead back in Kentucky, you see. Now, I never in my life could possibly feel bummed out or ever feel alone. Of course, whenever I'm with Ron, Whitehead is always my old Kentucky home. Now, my old home up on the farm where I live is finally up for sale. I'm not in any trouble. I'm not incarcerated. I don't need anyone to give me any kind of bail. But all I can say is, in the words of my Uncle David, who was a merchant marine and a sailor, if I move from my farm, it won't be any harm if I end up living in a trailer. Because basically all we have in life is the dreams that we pursue. And all I can hope in my 72 years is to hope to give some of those dreams back to all of you. For all the young folks, including my own three kids who were 23, 22, and 19. They all have their own lives now. All the places that they've been enlightened them as it enlightened me and enlightened all of us. Because with poetry and music, we travel the world on a very, very special type of bus. The driver is a striver who leads us each and every day to try to pursue that spontaneity and love and sharing in each one in our own special way. Now, people down south don't need to hear my mouth to know what to do with their life. All they can do is go home and kiss their children, their uncles, their aunts, and their husband and their wife. If they don't have any of them, they can imagine that they have some kind of family in the earth, you see. And if you don't even think that you have that, then delve into your spontaneity. Because that gift of spontaneous lip, as Muhammad Ali, who was so hip, that great Kentucky poet, don't you know it, from long ago, not only put on a fantastic boxing show, but in 1978, when we marched with the American Indians from Washington, D.C., he came out and he said, "Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Muhammad Ali. I'm here to help the Indian sisters and the Indian brothers, and all the people who live in this country, all the fathers and mothers, to try to unite the children and the parents and the entire world together. And then we don't have to be tied up on anyone else's imagination or what is supposed to be our tether to make us feel in knots and not be able to have what we should in our days, but rather to go. And when we look out across America and gaze at those beautiful prairies and those beautiful hills like they have right here down south on this very day, we know that the dreams of America are in the future and we're never going to go away. So when I did those poetry readings way, way back in 57 with old Jack Kerouac, we hoped to see a place more compassionate and holy. And we didn't think it was someone else's moly of what the holy moly was supposed to be in society's mind, but rather for all of humankind, that we would rejoice in what we have on earth. And each day, each of us could give some kind of birth to the spontaneous poem and song in our heart. And whether or not you called it art wasn't really necessary. It was just good for your health. It was the only type of lasting wealth. So all we can say without yelling and screaming is to have America keep on dreaming. And if you really want to do something else instead, just remember old Ron Whitehead, because when his mom shot that Christmas tree down and he made a poem out of that, it only showed us that each and every person is their own type of poetic cat. So never give up trying, never think of dying, but just celebrate life each day. And if you write a poem or paint a picture, then your blues will go away. Well, since Shakespeare, the greatest jazz poet of them all, said that brevity is the soul of wit, on this beautiful April 21st day, I guess that's just about it.